So the accelerometer ADXL335 comes in various guises. Some of them can have analog output for their roll, pitch and yaw. This particular one outputs on the I2C bus for its values of roll, pitch and yaw. So the accelerometer will show you its rotation and also its tilt or acceleration in that way. So to wire it up, it's quite straightforward. I've got it's a 3.3 volt supply, so I've got the supply into the 3 volts line of the Uno, ground, and then I've got two wires which are the I2C port. So the two wires for I2C are known as SDA and SCL, and they are marked on the back of here which one is which, SDA and SCL, and they go into port pins 4 and 5 on the analog port of the Uno. So on the Uno, the analog ports 4 and 5 also double as I2C pins as well. If you have a look at the data sheet for the Uno, you will see that SDA is one of those, I can't remember which one, and SCL is the other one. So just those two wires. Really, there should be a pull-up resistor up to 3 volts as well. I haven't put that in, I've kept it nice and simple. It should be there really. Okay, so how to use this? Well, within the Arduino programming environment, there is a library called Wire. So you might see a reference to Wire there. And then you've got a whole load of other stuff which is going on. Okay, so you could look at the data sheet and program the I2C receiving function to do that. Or if you do have a bit of a search around, you can often find that someone has written some software for you. Now the one that I've found is on GitHub, which is called Free6IMU2. So that's on GitHub, like that. So to install this software, it's a little bit of messing about, but it does make life easier at the end of the day. So you've got a couple of folders here. One's called Examples, that's important, and then you've got all of these files as well. So you can download the code quite easily. There's different ways of downloading the code. When you download the code, you can then put it into your Arduino library folder. So if you go to the folder that your Arduino exists in, where the Arduino program is, on mine it's here, it might be different for yourself, you'll see that it's under Documents, Arduino, and there's a folder called Libraries. So if you go to Libraries, this is where you can put all of the libraries. So what you would do is you would download this program and put it into a library file. Now the one I've created is called Free6IMU Master in that one. Okay, so all of those folders are here. Okay, so just copied across. Now the important bit here is examples. So notice that there was examples here. So this examples goes here. And that has got a couple of Arduino examples, INO files. Now to access those, it's quite easy from the Arduino environment. So back in the Arduino environment, I've actually got this open already, but I'll just show you. Once you've installed that, you need to close down the environment and then reopen the Arduino, and then it will refresh. Okay, so you can then go to File, Examples, move across, and usually it should appear, as long as you've restarted your library, it should appear here. If you can't see it, you can always scroll down as well. So you can see I've got a lot of examples here. So you've got the Free6IMU Master. I'm going to use the Free 6 degree of freedom example rather than the cube. So I've opened up that already. Now there is another way that you can install libraries, which is usually the preferred way, and that would be to go to Sketch, Include Library, and if you go to Manage Libraries, it'll open up a dialog where you can search for different libraries. Now you often need to know the name of the library, for example Free6. So what you can do is search in here, and the best way of finding the name of a library is maybe do a bit of a Google search and find out the name of a library, or you could just try your luck and type, for example, IMU in here. But what I've found is that not all of the libraries are available, so I couldn't actually find. There you go, so I typed in IMU and there's a load of libraries. So you can install that and it will actually install them all automatically, including all of the examples for you. But I found that I couldn't find the FreeSix IMU library in there. I have no idea why not. Okay, so I've opened up the example and I've just uploaded it. I've uploaded it already, and then I'll go on to Serial Monitor. So what I've got on Serial Monitor is a stream of values. And our values are roll, pitch, and yaw that are constantly scrolling through. So as I rotate this device, so this could be connected to a robot. If it's going uphill, for example, it tilts upwards, and then you can see it tilting. It's the one figures that have tilted there. I'm not sure which one it is actually. Let's have a look. So as I tilt it uphill, it's the figures on the right hand side. So one's on the right tilted. So you've got roll, pitch, yaw. So you've got rotation. So if I put this quite near to the figures, you might be able to see it at the same time. So rotation is the figures on the left hand side. Pitch is the one on the right, and yaw is rotation, and that's the figures in the middle. So as I yaw this, you can see that the figures change in the middle. But this is using the I2C port, so the main thing is it's quite easy if you do have a sensor with I2C. Some ultrasonic sensors use I2C as well. They can all share these two wires that are connected, so you can daisy chain many sensors. But it does get a little bit complicated when you're trying to debug or if it doesn't work, because you can't easily probe into these and see what's happening. Also, your program code can be quite complex. It is simplified if you use a library. So there's libraries are H files. They are library files, which mean they're including someone else's code. Absolutely legitimate to use that. That's fine. It's open access. And you can see that there's a new command called get Euler there, which is from the library files that someone has provided for you.